Hey everyone, I've been using my Kindle for about 9 months now, and I think this is the best device that I own. I've never read more and I've never slept better in my life, and I credit both of these improvements to Kindle, so I could not wait to share my experience with my friends. So I actually hesitated for many years. I heard that Kindle will make you read more and that it's nothing like the iPad, but it's precisely the iPad experience that made me doubt whether I need a Kindle. Because I bought this one, well, not this one in particular, but I bought my first iPad, I don't know, 10 years ago with the idea of reading more, and I don't think I read a single book end to end. Like, I might have, but like I really didn't read that much on it at all. However, Kindles and iPads are world apart. So this experience is just not, it's not a fair comparison. This thing is really heavy. This thing is very light. This thing has a bright light that prevents you from falling asleep or is not that comfortable reading during the night, at least for me. Like, it depends. My boyfriend loves it. For me, it doesn't work. This one has an e-ink screen with a very, it has a backlight, we'll talk about it, but it's very soft and comfortable. And finally, this thing is full of distractions, while this thing doesn't have any, so the only thing I can do with it is read. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Kindle's display is made of microcapsules with black and white particles that are manipulated by electric fields to form an image. And as a result, you can read in the brightest of sunlight. In fact, I love reading outside the most because the display looks especially realistic. The shadows, they create this aesthetically pleasing experience that makes me just want to use it. I was also pleasantly surprised by how lightweight the Kindle is. You can hold it in various positions, lying down, sitting down, for hours, and I don't know, my hands do not cramp, I don't feel tired, and I do not drop it on my face as it happened to me multiple times with my iPad. Now, Kindle does have a backlight for evening reading, and it's actually the reason why I got it in the first place, but it's still much more comfortable for the eyes compared to LCD displays. And I tried to Google why this is the case, and apparently the Kindle screen is lit from top or side and not directly into the eyes of the user like the iPad. I specifically went for the Kindle Paperwhite, not just a basic Kindle, because of the warm light feature that I knew I would want to use in the evenings. But it's not just the absence of this iPad-ish LED light that makes reading on Kindle easier. I also adjust the font, like in the evenings. I first switch to dark mode, and then I increase the font size. Of course, you can adjust these settings on an iPad as well. I'm just sharing the settings that I enjoy using. I usually read between 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. and it really helps me slow down and makes me sleepy. I usually fall asleep right away. And I'm the kind of person who, in the past, it would sometimes take me an hour, 2 hours to fall asleep. If you're considering getting a Paperwhite, look into the kids version. That's the one I have as well. It's essentially the same device minus the ads, and it comes with this quality free cover, and it costs less than the regular adult Paperwhite. And by the way, the free cover is surprisingly sturdy. I'm not sure what it is made of, but it cleans exceptionally well. I used mine all summer long at the beach, and by the end of my vacation, it was covered in white, greasy SPF stains. But then I came home and I wiped it with the hand sanitizing wet towels, and it looks brand new again. Speaking of holidays, I used to bring 3 or 4 books on every summer vacation throughout my entire life. And I would then bring at least 2 of them with me to the beach. And I never thought of it as a significant inconvenience, but after trying out having a Kindle on the beach this summer, I realized that sometimes I would get tired of my 2 books and then I just wouldn't read. But with Kindle, the world's library is with me at the beach, and there is always something else to read. And I ended up reading such unexpected books, ones that I would not have thought of buying and bringing on a vacation with me in the first place. So not only did I read more, I read more widely. Buying books on Kindle is very convenient. You log into your Amazon account once, and then with one click, you can download a sample of the book, which is usually the introduction and the first chapter, about 40 minutes of reading, or you can buy the book directly, one tap, 5 seconds load, and you can start reading. I only buy books after I read the sample to the very end so that I can make sure that I like the book and I'm reading the book before buying it. So unlike before with physical books, now I almost have no unread purchased Kindle books. But I do have a ton of unread samples. I also tried Amazon's Kindle Unlimited, and I was really surprised how massive their library is. Many books that I bought in the past in physical copy, they're available there. But these books that you get from Unlimited, they will disappear from your library if you unsubscribe. And so you'll lose your highlights. However, there is a way to save your highlights. Even in Kindle Unlimited, I use Readwise to automatically sync all my Kindle highlights into Notion. It's just, you still won't be able to look up the highlight in the context on a page anymore. Also, I hear so often people say that they're unable to focus on a book. And I feel that Kindle is perfect for someone like this who is out of habit of reading long form. There's simply nothing here to distract you except the Amazon bookstore maybe. And even though browsing books and reading reviews can draw me in, Kindle is so slow. Every tab takes a few seconds to load, so you simply cannot be browsing for any meaningful period of time. So the only option really with Kindle is to read. Another thing that stimulates me to read more is the reading progress bar at the bottom. It tells you how many minutes you have left in the chapter or in the entire book. And sometimes when I see that there are only 15 minutes left in a chapter, I tell myself, okay, I'll finish it. But once I'm past those 15 minutes, sometimes my energy changes or the book becomes more interesting, and then I keep reading more. Another amazing feature is its inbuilt dictionary and Wikipedia access. Kindle will create a flashcard automatically for every single word that you look up, so you can come back to them. And then the Wikipedia entry, what I use it for is looking up some additional information on some historical events or like names that I'm not familiar with, and I'm able to satisfy my curiosity without going into the rabbit hole of Googling or clicking on Wikipedia links. So all in all, I'm really not exaggerating when I say that Kindle is my favorite device, and in fact, I repeat this nonstop to my friends and family. Of course, it's an unfair comparison. I wouldn't compare it to an iPhone or an iPad or a computer simply because it serves different purposes. But I do feel that Kindle added so much in the past 8 months to the quality of my life, my sleep, and the quality of my brain, I think. If you're like me and you're watching this video because you would like to spend less time on your phone and more time doing something more healthy, then you might enjoy this video that I made about how to disable recommendations and short content on YouTube and Instagram. If you like this video, if it was useful, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye!